Hi, it's Doug Coy for SoWhatDoYouThink.com. Well, yesterday I talked about a man by the name of Jamal Lee and the decision he made to leave football at the height of his career. I mean, the kid was only 25 years of age. But you know, he didn't pass away. He just found out what he really wanted to do in life, and it wasn't carrying a football. Now, I mentioned the fellow's name. His name is Rick Warren. Now, you probably know that name. He wrote a book called The Purpose-Driven Life. For a number of years, it was the #1 bestseller in the world. And he talked about the fact that, man, I made a tremendous amount of money off this book. And all of a sudden, here was a guy who never really wanted to be on television and be one of those television evangelists, never wanted to do that. But all of a sudden, he had worldwide attention. And how do you handle that? Well, here's Rick Warren and what he had to say. Now, this was a broadcast that was done on TED.com. And I want to give them credit for it. And it's an amazing speech. You should watch the whole thing if you get a chance. But here's his comments on the 5 things that he did with his money and with his influence. It's very powerful. Take a look.
I don't think you're given money or fame for your own ego ever. I just don't believe that. And when you write a book that the first sentence of the book is, it's not about you, then when all of a sudden it becomes the best-selling book in history, you got to figure, well, I guess it's not about me. And that's kind of a no-brainer. So what is it for? And I began to think about what I call the stewardship of affluence and the stewardship of influence. So I believe essentially leadership is stewardship. That if you are a leader in any area, in business, in politics, in sports, in art, in academics, in any area, you don't own it. You are a steward of it. I don't personally have enough faith to be an atheist. But you may. So the good life is not about looking good, feeling good, or having the goods. It's about being good and doing good. Giving your life away. Significance in life doesn't come from status, because you can always find somebody who's got more than you. It doesn't come from sex. It doesn't come from salary. It comes from serving. It is in giving our lives away we find meaning, we find significance. That's the way we were wired, I believe, by God. What are you doing with what you've been given? That to me is the primary question about life. That to me is what being purpose-driven is all about.
So isn't that some powerful stuff? I mean, I could listen to this guy all day. He just makes sense. Now, his name is Rick Warren. The name of the book is called The Purpose-Driven Life. If you haven't read it, it's a good read. You should pick it up. And I want to thank TED, because that was an amazing thing they did to have him come and speak, because that's not a religious organization, but they allowed him to come and speak because of his influence, and I think he did an amazing job. So this is Doug Coy. I'm asking you, from what you've heard, what do you think? Have a great day, and God bless.